If you haven't already tried out Webull, they're giving away more free stocks when you sign up and fund your account with any amount or transfer over. And you'll get $5 worth of any of these coins when you make your first crypto trade worth at least $1. So sign up with my link in the description below. Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Foxtel Digital coming to you again with Black Girl Stocks. And this is another segment of our top 3 option plays this week where we're just gonna go over a few different trades, stock fundamentals, and different strategies that you can do to make it through, okay? If this is your first time watching this video, please make sure that you click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. Also subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video for you guys. And just a recap on last week's trades, stocks that we were looking into were Apple, the 3 stocks, Oxy, and Teradata. The first stock was Apple, and we were bullish looking at the $162.5 calls for May 20th, just based on the trading pattern that it had over the past few weeks. Now, Apple was bearish last week. You can see on Monday, it was still trading below the moving averages. I mean, it just plummeted throughout the week. It dropped down to $138.80. Very bullish as well as a lot of the market after the Federal Reserve meeting, guaranteeing a 0.5% interest rate increase. So basically it's going to cost more to borrow money. As far as this position, Apple never reached our entry, so we did not take this trade. And next was a bullish position on OXY, that's Oxy. It fell during the beginning of the week, so you can see what happened on Monday, but it is starting to move back up into that upwards trend. Oxy didn't reach our entry, but it did show up in the Discord group on Friday. It is starting to approach our entry price, so keep Oxy on your watch list for next week, okay? Leave a comment below and let me know if you're bullish on Oxy going into this week. And the last stock was TDC, that's Teradata, and this was a bearish position. So this one did very well. And we were looking at the May 20th $35 puts based on the downtrend that it was already in. Now, Teradata actually had an earnings beat. So their earnings did really well this week, beating the anticipated estimate by 1.6%. It did start to move back up towards the end of the week. So this right here is just a chart of the actual option contract. And so when we were looking at it, it was around this price, around $1. And you'll see that throughout the week, while the stock was dropping, it increased to about 2.10 for the premium. So that was a good position for Teradata. Okay, so let's get into this week's plays. First stock is LYFT, that's LYFT, and right now it's trading at $20. LYFT reportedly hasn't seen profits in the last 12 months. 12 months, they haven't seen any profits. It's just been break even. And of course, this would have investors worried. Short term, their volume has increased in the month of May, so we could possibly see a continuation of this short term uptrend. So a lot of times, as we see in downtrending stocks, you know, if it's trading below our moving averages right here, as per usual, this white line is going to be our 50 period moving average, and the yellow is the 200 moving average. We're trading below both of those, and a lot of times we'll see the price move up to the moving averages and then continue in that downtrend. It's just something that we could look for, just a short-term increase in price. That's what this position is. This position and the next one came from our Discord group. So if you haven't already, make sure that you join our options trading Discord group, okay? If I'm going to be bullish on this short term, just it continuing in this, you know, uptrending position, I'm going to have my entry around $20.35, okay? So that's a little bit higher than the high that we had on Friday. So if it continues to move past that with good volume, then that would be a good indication that we're gonna continue in that short-term trend. Seeing it move up to at least $21 to $22. I'll get the May 27 calls. I'm going to look at the $20 strike price. So you see we have a very high volume, very high open interest here, and our premium is pretty decent, 1.2. Also have a really good bid and ask spread. It's only 4 cents. So that's something that I would want to look to if it continues to move in that upwards position. Okay, and the next stock is DIS, that's Disney, and right now it's trading at $107.33. Now, this is going to be a bearish position, and we can see from the stock chart that we've been in a strong downtrend for over 3 months. Shares of Disney have fallen over 30% in 2020 alone. It hit a new low after their last Q2 earnings. Right now, Disney has a lot of competition from other streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. You know, the parks are opening up. It's summertime. People are going to want to be out, you know, still in the downtrend. So I'm going to be bearish on the stock. Now, one thing I want to show you, just similar to the last stock, anticipate a short-term move up. It could have a short-term move up to 109 plus. So if it does move past that, then it's going more into that bullish trend. But if you're going with the trend, it could hit that rebound and continue moving downwards. So for me, if I was going to have a bearish entry for Disney, I'm going to have my entry around $105. Okay, so seeing it cross below $105, that would really be a good indication. One, that it's going to cross below our 200 period moving average. So that's definitely bearish. But two, that's just going to be a good indication that it's continuing in that long-term downtrend that we've been in. So for Disney, I'm going to go to the puts and I want to choose the May 20th. Okay, so I'll go ahead with the May 20th. And this is going to be a short-term position, and look at the $100 puts. I mean, we have a really high volume and open interest, and our premium is pretty low. So we have a 0.4 premium. Now, if you wanted to push this expiration date back, you could do that. And that $100 premium would just be a little bit more. It would be about $100. So that would give you more room for the stock to move in your favor. But this is going to be pretty short term. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with the May 20th. Okay, so this did come from the Discord group. So I'm just going to go with the Discord. It's going to be really short term. But that's something that you can do for Disney. Okay, and this is the last stock. Now this is TSLA. That's Tesla. And right now it's trading at $769.59. Now if you see Disney and Tesla stock both look very similar because they're in similar sectors. I bought a few shares of Tesla. It's in a downtrend. So when you're holding on to shares and you're experiencing a downtrend, what do you do about that? So that's when you're able to use those options to hedge those shares, and you know, you can get into put. So that's essentially what I've been doing. When I'm doing this, now this isn't going to be for everybody, but for me, when I'm doing this, key value for me is going to be the delta. I don't really think about the theta too much because I only day trade this. I would look for a delta that's at least a 0.1, and you can see that these price ranges are going to run probably about 2 to 3. So it's not terrible, and this is something that you're going to probably hold short term. Use indicators, whatever indicator you use. If you use moving averages, that's what I like to use. Right now, it looks like it could continue in this bearish position, but you know, we really don't know with the market right now. So if I was going to be bullish on Tesla, but remember, this is going to be a day trade, so it's going to be short term anyway. If I'm going to be bullish, I'll have my entry around 775. So that's a little bit higher than one of our resistance points of Friday. Even better would be around 780. And we hit that during after hours. So let's see how it opens, during after hours. So now that we're already there at after hours, now the new entry, let's just keep it at 785. That would be good for me. Now on the bottom side, if it starts to move downward, check out the entire market index. Okay, keep this under my stock chart so I can just scroll down here and see what the overall index is. I would have my entry around 760. Okay, so seeing it pass below 760, a low of last week, would be a good indication that it's continuing in that downtrend. Okay, now as far as picking the options, so for the calls, this is still going to be the May 20th. Just go over here to this delta, and for me, I would want to look for one that has at least a 0.1. Okay, so yeah, you're looking at a delta probably somewhere around 300. So that would be good for me. And they all have high volume. The volume is higher than the open interest on some of those. So that's something that I would look for the calls. So yeah, you can do the 875. That would be great. Or now on the opposite side for the puts, if it passes below that 760, I will go for the puts. Go over here to the delta and that one. So we'd be looking around the 655. Now these are a little bit more expensive, but stocks tend to fall faster than they go up. And pick a strike price in the 600 range. So somewhere around here. And what you want to look for is you want to look for the ones that have the highest volume and open interest. That's going to be a good pick for you, and one that has a premium that's in your favor. Okay. And just keep an eye on that stock chart. Make sure you use those signals. You can use the 20 and the 50 period moving average. Whenever the stock moves below, it's dropping. Whenever it moves above, it's going up. And of course, wait for that candlestick to close. We talked about that before. I'll have that on our candlestick part 2 video. Make sure that you guys check out the video that I have right now about how to use and read candlesticks. Okay, so the candlesticks are really important. So make sure you check that out, and I'll catch you on the next video. Okay.